Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for the Avengers, issue 14, 2023. That is an awesome cover showcasing our team for this Blood Hunt tie-in. We are now 20 issues away from Avengers 800, and with this pretty much showcases at least the ending of what goes on here. So, we are not following our usual team in this book for what's going on with this tie-in with Blood Hunt. We are following a kind of backup team that has been called into effect by Carol and being led by Steve Rogers. And oh my god, I really enjoyed this one because I actually love how they do the team dynamic here. I love how Steve Rogers is written, and I love the art, and I want Jed McKay to do a cap run, and I would love him to have Villa as the artist as well, but I just actually really fucking love this whole team dynamic and all of like how they get the voices of them. I haven't seen Herc in a comic in a while, and haven't seen Quicksilver, Kate Bishop. I haven't even seen, I'm not even that familiar with Hazmat, but I really liked how they were all done in this, and I would really recommend this because it's just actually a really good Blood Hunt tie-in. Now, we know that the Avengers are indisposed about what's going on because of everything going on in Blood Hunt. So it's like, okay, let's see what this can kind of work out for. So we pop up, we see Steve calling it in. This is an Avengers priority alert. Avengers Chair Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, has tasked me with putting out the call for more Avengers. If you've received this message, it means that I need you to step up. Identicard tracking will bring you to my location. Be prepared for vampires. Avengers assemble. Captain America out. In one page. I'm sorry, that just... It gets Cap, it gets the situation, and it gets what's kind of going on, and that the Avengers have this Identicard, and that would be fucking awesome. And I love that he does Avengers Assemble. He gives them the information they need, and boom. Then we follow into how they write Cap here, which is just awesome. They're superheroes and supervillains. I suppose I'm a superhero. I've worn this costume, taken on this name, fought villains all across the world and across this world and any number of others, with the Avengers no less. But at my heart, I'm a soldier. It was all I ever wanted to be. Not because I like war or fighting for its own sake. But this has always been a world where things exist that need to be fought against. And that's what I wanted to do. Fight against the things that need to be fought. I'm a soldier, which means I can tell you this. We're at war, which means I need an army. That gets Cap that gets Steve Rogers so fucking well. And why I connect with Steve Rogers, because there are things that need to be fought against. And that's why I wanted to be a soldier, to fight these things, to protect people. That it gets him so damn well that I'm like, yay, thank you. And of course he needs help, and I just love showcasing how he's fighting, like here, how he puts the knee into the one vampire and headlock in another one, shielding himself against the one. Now granted, he then uses the shield to decapitate one of them, but we learn about that in this issue. It's not just some random thing that, oh, his shield can now just fucking rip things' heads off. Granted, chucking a piece of vibranium at anybody's head is a kind of dicey proposition. So, he needs an army. And then I love that we switch here, and then we get Herc. And it's like, alright. Which, incidentally enough, it's kind of cool that we will be getting him in Immortal Thor at a certain point. So it'll be nice to kind of see how he's done in there. So, now we get to Herc. Every time I return to this world, I find it in peril. That is no great worry. For Hercules is the match of any peril. Yeah, I mean, I usually connect more with Thor, but I always... This is a great Herc here. Haha, Captain America, the Prince of Power heeds your call. Come then, Strigas. Greek word for vampires. I have lived very, very long, and have seen the light of the world flicker time and again. And every time Hercules has been there to meet that which would extinguish us. Come and receive the gift of battle, as he takes out his sword. If this be the crisis that finally snuffs it out, ho! The sun-kissed sword of Apollo is a cruel blade, is it not? I'm like, good on you for thinking about that, Herc. There you go. Then I will meet that final darkness as an Avenger. Damn straight, Herc. There you go. Ha! Speaking of Apollonian, an arrow from the heavens, as we see an arrow spurt out one of them. Then we switch over to Kate Bishop. Hawkeye. They say that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, but that's not how arrows travel. True. Hawkeye clocking in. Wind speed nil, targets moving at. There's always an arc, and that's my life. Up and down, never in a straight line. I get that, Kate. Straight lines are easy, point and shoot, but an arc is complicated, alive, unpredictable. Yep, come on, come on. And now, more than ever, I'm reminded of the biggest point of comparison. An arrow's arc ends, so does a life. That she's utilizing her arrow to stab out a vampire. And then we switch over to Quicksilver. So we're doing this again, are we? As we see him running around with stakes and everything. And I love how, again, Jen McKay really knows what he's doing with these Avengers books, because we're getting the showcasing of how these heroes operate. You see Hurt kind of blasting around, utilizing his strength and his sword. Kate utilizing her arrows. Pietro utilizing his speed to take on these vampires. My father is a bastard, and I take after him. Ask my ex-wife. Ask our child. There's one person left who loves me, my sister, the Scarlet Witch, a prisoner of those who have done this to the world. So I rejoin my other family, the Avengers. It's cool that he believes that he sees them as his family. I like that. And as I kill as many vampires as I can until I'm able to, reach those who have taken my sister. So I truly understand that sibling kind of connection and everything. But I just love him going, and we just get the lowdown on his life and everything. It's like, yep, he's just here to save Wanda, but he's working with the Avengers. I guess it was always going to come to this, checking hazardous radiation at vampires in their eternal night. Yep, I don't know you that well, Hazmat, but totally, yep. I mean, I went to school for it, for God's sake. Fought the Masters of Evil, no less. I even palled around with Captain Marvel, and she runs the whole gang. And she's pretty much tossing this radiation as they're like, boom, and kicking like skulls and shit. I suppose I'd better just accept it. I'm an Avenger now. God, it's like, yeah. For all the good and all the bad that comes with it. Oh, now we get the fucking hero shot. Yeah. Avengers, sound off. Hazmat reporting all clear. Sir, yes, sir. And how she kind of just falls into that with Cap. That's cool. Turns out if you tweak UV radiation just right, it's the next best thing to sunlight. I'm good, Kate Bishop. I am victorious, Herc. I am impatient, Pietro. Yep, outstanding. And I love how he compliments them and understands what's going on and gets the lowdown on them. Some of you have worked together before, some of you haven't, but you've all been Avengers before in one form or another. You know to watch each other's backs. We're going to need that. And I love that. Kate Bishop's checking in on some people. Cap's giving the lowdown. Thank you for coming when I called. That's Cap. He's like, all right, this is where we're at. This is what we're going to do as a team, and thanks for coming. Yes, answered your Avengers priority alert, even though some of us have family in peril. So why don't you tell me why I'm here with you instead of trying to save my sister? I'm asking for your patience, Pietro. And I love that. He's like, I get that. I'm not here to, like, harsh your shit. And I've known you long enough to know how big of an ass that is. And that's the important thing. Steve knows. He is not here to fuck with Pietro. He is not here to be like, oh, that this isn't important. The skies are dark. Vampires have attacked in force. The Avengers have been hit hard. They're regrouping to hit back and hopefully end this and save Thor, the Black Panther, and Scarlet Witch in the deal. Giving us the lowdown, and it takes no time at all. It's like, great, we get the information we need in a nice, awesome manner. They're doing their job, but they need us to do ours. People need saving. They need Avengers, and that's it. I'm good with that, man. The vampires you've seen have been terror troops. They're not organized beyond causing chaos and fear, which serves the aims of whoever started this. But there's also an organized faction at work. It's like, so we've got the ones going nutty-doo-dah, and then we've got an organized one in the chaos doing their shit. So they all pile into a car, except for Pietro, and fly off. The wild vampires are dangerous, but an organization is even more so. They're rounding up people like cattle, driving them in herds. But to what end, Captain? I think it might be the blood genius. That's what we're going to find out, Herc. Though, yes, I do think it probably has something to do with blood. I love that. Herc's like, but what? But see, that's the thing. I don't actually think that's a stupid question. Blood factoring in? Sure, but there could be other things as well. But I like that Hazmat's like, it's probably blood, and Cap's like, yeah, it's probably blood too, but we'll kind of see. Pietro, I believe that you're faster on foot. You believe correctly. I love that Pietro's got that kind of hard edge, but Cap knows kind of how to deal with it, you know what I mean? He's not being a dick to him, and they just have that kind of nice banter. Then let's go as they fly off with their car. It's like, alright. The city is in chaos. People are dying. The superhero part of me knows I can't save everyone. That's why I have to follow the soldier part of me. I'm on a mission. There's no room for despair, for thoughts of all the people I'm not saving. I'm trying to save the most that I can. I can't save them all. The soldier knows that, but the superhero weeps. And yes, those are two important parts of Cap, and I actually like them talking about that. He knows he can't save everyone, but that still doesn't make it any easier. And I think that's what makes superheroes superheroes and heroes heroes. They know they can't save everyone, but it still makes them sad that they can't. And then we see Kate. There, you found them? Hawkeye, Cap. It's right there in the name. And yeah, a bunch of vampires in matching outfits, hurting people together. Matching. Wait, are those Nazi vampires? Yep. We're gonna have to deal with those assholes. I love her reaction. It's like, yeah. Get closer together. Get closer unless you want the prod. As we see one doing that, but then Pietro's like, I ain't having any of that shit. Let me get something clear. This is not me giving you a chance to surrender. Not dressed like that. I just wanted to give you a moment to be afraid. And I'm like, Pietro might be, Quicksilver might be an asshole to some things, but that asshole part, I just love him. I'm like, no, I'm not giving you a chance to surrender, you fuck nuts. Looks like you got here first, Quicksilver. I always do. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, next one we'll be getting, next page we'll get to. The world may be ending, and I know I should be frightened. Maybe I would be if it were just me. That's the thing about being a soldier. You're never alone. You stand shoulder to shoulder with your comrades. That's also the thing about being an Avenger. Yes! Like, I love that. Another action shot of them all together, and I love that getting into Cap's head of, like, yeah, I should be afraid of this, but if it were just me, I might be. But the thing is, I've got my comrades with me. I got the Avengers with me. And I chose well. Be they Avenger, Young Avenger, West Coast Avenger, Avengers Academy graduate, what have you. I'm like, yeah. And I love that it's all of these different Avengers. It's like, yay! Got your six, Cap. Throw you? Well, I don't see why not. They're already fighting, they're fighting as a team already. As we pretty much see Hawkeye giving cover, Herc tossing hazmat. Nuclear warhead, suck it, vampires! It's like, oh, God, I love the art. And here we go. What is wrong with your shield? It's not flying right. This isn't my usual one. It's not, as well made, so it doesn't fly quite as true, but I'm getting used to it. It's edged in silver. I had it made after I was turned into a werewolf. It's like, okay, I actually like that he's having issues with it. It's commented on, and we have a complete explanation for it. It's like, oh, okay, and that completely makes sense. It's like, okay, if I've got to deal with supernatural things that are weak to silver, I should have a shield that's edged in silver for that. A werewolf? It happens. I myself was turned into a Spider-Man once. Herc, I'm like, yes, I love it. The great banter. This is a terrible job. I'm quitting. Don't worry, Hazmat. Hopefully you're around long enough that I can see you get through these kind of things and be like, you know what? It's kind of worth it. I'm looking forward to seeing your character. Hey, does anyone else want to know where the Nazi vampires came from? Nazis, vampires, what's the difference? Parasites obsessed with blood. As he gets pretty much clotheslined, I'm like, yep, they're obsessed with blood. And it's like, yep, you got that. And Kate's like asking the good questions. Oh, on the contrary, Muty, fucking asshole. Actually, we represent a consistent ideology, a master race putting the undermen where they deserve to be, as livestock. As he's pretty much trying to say that before he gets his head fucking ripped off by Captain America with his silver-edged shield. Well, looks like I got the hang of it after all. It's just like, yep, all of this, the fault of Atlantis. Pull! They had to transcribe the Darkhold, didn't they? They had to create the first vampires, and now look what happens. It's like, interesting that we're tying this so much to Atlantis. It would be interesting to see what needs to be done with, like, Namor popping up. And like, we're seeing, that's really great art, seeing that vampire just fucking crazy-ass flames and shit. Let's not get carried away. I've known good vampires, people who never ask for this curse, who don't inflict their pain and hunger on others. True, Cap. But I've never known a good Nazi. Yep. Thank you for qualifying that. It's like, yep, I do like the Cap's like, hey, if we see any vampires that are not being dickholes, yeah, we'll try and work out what's happening here. Nazis, not so much. Yep, I'm with you there, Cap. Well, it's not like you turn into a Nazi if one bites you, right? Well, if they're vampire Nazis, yeah, it's. I know. It's a very good question to ask, Hazmat. Not at this point, though. Granted, we are reading comic books, so that could become something at a point. Not in my experience, no. And that's the ball game. As Hawkeye fucking takes out another one. All right, folks, we're going to get you out of here and somewhere safe. Ha! The blessed sun. Hate to break it to you, pal, but I don't think that's it. What? What is this? An alien abduction? No, I know this sensation. Whoa, whoa! I just really love them kind of going through, and this is a serious situation, but it's such a fun thing, as we then see a helicarrier absorbing them up in a vortex beam. So they get dumped down, and they're trying to figure out kind of what's going on here. Stay sharp, Avengers. Form a perimeter around the civilians. Helicarrier. Where the hell did a helicarrier come from? I don't know, but I'll tell you where it's going. Straight down. Once I EMP the guts out of it. A true warrior's spirit, I grant you, but perhaps a bit perilous for the city beneath us. It's crazy. Yeah, Herc had to ask about why they were taking people, and he's like, please don't EMP this thing. And for all the people abducted with us and for us, it's like, yeah, don't just have this fall out of the sky and crash and destroy more of the city and take us out too. Well, I suppose I should have expected you, Captain America. You. I knew it would be you. Every time I, or someone like me, have tried to deliver this particular baby into the world, you have been there to kill us in its crib. But this time, Captain America, noble fascism will be birthed in America, and it will be me who welcomes it into the world. You see, it is in my blood. As we see burn blood, it's like a vampire and everything, you son of a... It's like, yep, we're gonna fight your ass. As we also get Avengers Assemble page. And then another Blood Hunt tie-in for the next issue. Captain America and his ad hoc Avengers take on Baron Blood and his helicarrier of vampires. But is this team prepared for skybound combat? Will they be able to return the civilian hostages to safety, or will the Blood Hunt turn into a bloodbath? So, I really, really enjoyed this issue. I was very happy with this. I mean, I've been enjoying the regular run with the team that we've been going on, but this was just a fun one. The call to action, the assembling of these particular Avengers, how they are written, how their interactions are different than the Avengers that we have been previously following, how they get each character so well, and how Cap is the anchor point at this point, and how we're understanding that, yes, all these vampires are going nutty, he's assembling the team. They pretty much deal with the kind of crazy ones at first, working out and understanding their team dynamic, before they're like, yeah, there's like an organized one is like, shit, Nazi vampires. And it's like, vampire Nazis, it's like, oh god, Nazi vampires. With Steve Rogers, Captain America leading the team, yeah. And then having Baron Blood be the one kind of doing it with a fucking helicarrier too, it worked. I loved seeing all the different interactions, understanding the Cap has a silver-edged shield, and seeing him kind of work with it, that it's kind of different than his normal kind of shield, but still get the hang of it. It was just really cool. I just really loved how the writing team was able to truly get Steve Rogers in this. And I'm just like, Jed, I know you're busy. Jed McKay, could you do Cap at some point? Bring Villa with you too. I mean, I don't want you to stop doing what you're doing at the moment, but like, and I know you're busy, but I mean, Cap was like, whenever you get Steve Rogers involved, I really like to see how they work it, and he just nailed him. And then Herc just worked as well. Kate Bishop, Pietro, Hazmat, and I also like how he does Sam and T'Challa's kind of rocky relationship in the main lineup that we've got. So I cannot wait to see how this kind of goes down. I know our main Avengers are dealing with all the shit in Blood Hunt, the main series, but it's really good, and I'm really having fun with it, and I'm loving the art, the action that they're able to do, and I can't wait to see how they are able to deal with this helicarrier, because none of these guys fly. So that's going to present some fucking problems up there. So, well, I can't wait to see how this team beats these Nazi vampires. So, those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.